Good morning, students. Key exchange. So it is the first public key type scheme. So it is a public key algorithm. So hope we know the difference between private key algorithm and the public key algorithm. The private key algorithm means for both the encryption and decryption, we are using a single key. Whereas in public key encryption, at the sender side for encryption, you are using one key. At the receiver side, for decryption, we are using another one. So this is public key cryptography. So Diffie-Hellman key exchange is one of the examples for public key algorithm. What is the use of this algorithm means mainly to exchange the secret key. We are using this algorithm. For example, if you are using AES algorithm or DES algorithm, they are all private key algorithm. We have only one key which is used for both encryption and decryption. That key must be secret. In order to securely share the key, you can use this algorithm. The main purpose of this algorithm is exchanging a secret key between the sender and the receiver. It is proposed by Diffie and Hellman in 1976. So Diffie-Hellman setup. First, the sender and the receiver must agree on global parameter. So we need a prime integer q, and you have to select one primitive root modulus q. That primitive root is termed as a, or it may be termed as alpha. So the global parameters are q and a. They can be referred as q and alpha also. So q is a large prime integer and a is a primitive root of that prime integer q. Of course, you have two users, user A and user B. So each user generates their private key. I told you it is a public key algorithm. So we have two different keys. One is termed as public key, the other one is termed as a secret. So user A generates their key. So he can choose his own private key, but the condition for choosing the private key is it should be less than the chosen prime integer q. The private key of A is termed as XA. So user A can choose his own private key XA. It should be less than our chosen prime integer q. Using this secret key, he can generate his public key. The formula for generating a public key is YA equal to alpha power XA modulus Q or A power XA modulus Q. So this is how he is generating his own public key. So now we have both secret key and public key. So each user makes a public, each user makes public that key YA. That is, the public key is publicly available to all the person. That is public key. So similarly, the other person B, so he can choose his own private key XB, and using the private key XB, he can generate his public key YB. The formula for calculating the public key YB is alpha power XB modulus Q. So the other person B made his public key publicly available to all the other persons. So now both the users completed their key generation process. So shared session key, that is, the shared session key is termed as KAB. So it is calculated like this. A power XA into XB modulus Q. Okay. So that is YA power XB modulus Q, YB power XA modulus Q. B is calculating the session key KAB using the formula YA power XB modulus Q. User A can calculate his own session key using the formula YB power XA modulus Q. Both the key must be equal. The B's session key and A's session key, both are equal. So this is the session key, and this session key can be used for further encryption. So this is what a Diffie-Hellman algorithm. So once again, I'm just explaining. Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm is the public key algorithm. It is developed by Diffie and Hellman in the year 1976. It is mainly used for exchanging the secret key in some algorithms like DES and AES. Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm consisting of 3 steps. First one is agreement on global parameter, then user A and B key generation, then session key generation. These are the 3 steps. The first step is agreement on global parameter. We have used 2 global parameter Q and A. Q is a large prime integer and A is a primitive root of modulus Q. The second step is user A and B key generation. Each user is having 2 different keys. They are termed as secret key and public key. So A's secret key is XA and A's public key is YA. A can choose a secret key. He can choose any number as a secret key, but the condition is it should be less than Q. Using this secret key XA, he can calculate his public key YA. Formula is YA equal to A power XA modulus Q. Since it is a public key, we can give this public key to all the other person. That is, this YA is shared to the other person B. Like A, the other person B also generates the keys. He can choose his own private key XB, and using this key XB, he can calculate public key YB. The formula is A power XB modulus Q. So like that, each user calculator generated their secret key and public key, and the public key of A is given to B and the public key of B is given to A. So that's the completion of second step key generation. Third step is session key generation. So this session key is used in AES, DES algorithms. So how can we generate this session key? Each user, that is the person A and B, separately calculates the session key. The session keys are same for both the person B and A. That is very important. So how B calculates the session key means B knows A's public key, but B knows only its secret key. It cannot use the other person's secret key. So B can use the other person's public key and his own private key to calculate the session key. Similarly, user A can calculate the session key. He knows the public key of the other person and the private key of his own private key value. So using the public key of the other person and the private value of his own, he can calculate the session key. So both the values are equal. This KAB is used as a session key in private key encryption scheme like AES, DES, etc. So we are going to see one example. For example, the sender and the receiver are named as Alice and Bob. I told you we have 3 steps. One is agreement on global parameters. Second one, key generation. Third one, computing sessions. So the first step is agreement on global parameters. So we have to take 2 global parameters, Q and E. Q is a large prime integer and A is a primitive root modulus Q. That's about the first step. The second step is key generation. A generates a private key and public key. Similarly, B generates private key and public key. Private key is chosen by the user. For example, A chooses 97 and B chooses 233. Using these private value, they can calculate their public key. Formula is YA equal to A power XA modulus Q, YB equal to A power XB modulus Q. So using modular arithmetic operation, you can calculate the public key of each person, Alice and Bob. Once we have calculated the public key, they exchange their public keys with one another. That is, YA is given to Bob and YB is given to Alice. So that's about the second step. The third step is calculation of session key. So how the user calculates the session key KAB and how the user Bob calculates the session key KE. So Alice knows the public key of the other person Bob and he uses his own private key YB power XA modulus Q. Again, with the help of modular arithmetic, you can solve this problem. Like Alice, Bob also calculates the session key KAB. Bob uses the public key of the other person, that is Alice YA, power the private key of Bob, that is XB. YA power XB modulus Q. Apply modular arithmetic. Split the problem into small problems. Solve the problem, you get the result as 160. C. The session keys are C. So this session key is used in private key algorithm like AES and DES. So hope you all clearly understand the topic Diffie-Hellman key exchange. So thank you, sir. Thank you.